Chapter 13. Okay, so we saw chapter 12 was again the beginning of the Great Tribulation with the different groups. The man-child, that's a group. The woman, that's a group. The woman who gave birth to the man-child, that's a group of people. You have her remnant mentioned at the end of chapter 12, and you have this whole scene with angels and fallen angels and the devil. So it's the beginning of the Great Tribulation. You see how it all starts, and then you have chapter 13. You have now the introduction of the antichrist, and this one is more detailed than the one in chapter 6 verse the first seal is described, and now you see in detail, more detail, who these two individuals are, the antichrist. And you see here he comes with a false prophet. And we start at verse 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. It's almost the same description as the dragon. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority. So this beast is described. This beast you see also in Daniel. Daniel sees this beast, but I don't think he describes the beast. He only says the beast is terrible to look at. The dragon gave this beast his power. So at one point the devil possesses this beast, this person, or it gives his power to this person. And his seat, and the devil gives this person also his seat, his kingdom, his influence, his position, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. So whatever this deadly wound he recovers from is, whatever it is, the world will wonder after this beast, after this antichrist. They will say, oh, he is magnificent, he is great, look at what he has accomplished, or what he was healed from. But we know that his heads stand for kingdoms. So one of his heads were wounded, and they were healed. So it has something to do with a kingdom restored, or whatever. For now it's not very important. What is important, however, is the fact that the world will wonder after the beast. They will worship him as God. And it continues, and they worship the dragon which gave power unto the beast. They also worshipped the devil, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him? So he will conquer. He will be very victorious, and to the point that people say who can make war unto them, he will be very powerful. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and power was given unto him to continue 42 months, 3.5 years. He goes forth conquering. I think he takes over all the earth, and that will be given unto him. In Daniel we see what nations will come against him. He will be victorious, and in Daniel you can read that he will have this 7-year treaty with Israel and other nations, and it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome them, and power was given him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. All that dwell upon the earth shall worship him, whose name are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with a sword must be killed with a sword. And here is the patience and the faith of the saints. So in that time, I believe it will be an unbelievable time. People who kill with a sword will be killed by a sword, and we as children of God who are in the midst of this, we are left behind. We will have to resist these things. We will have to have the patience and the faith to stand firm. It will be a horrible time. He who endures until the end will be saved, and God will give us everything we need to overcome. Only we have to give everything. We have to surrender to him, to God, and not to this antichrist. Do never believe in oppression. The Bible states that. Do not believe in oppression. Do not believe in violence. Don't be afraid of these things. If they come against you, just trust God. Just let it be. And I'm saying that very easily. God help me for that also to be true in my life, when it comes to it, or if it comes to it. It's very easy to say it, but we must walk the walk. We must. It continues, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. This person is a Christian, conducts himself as a Christian, but by his speech you will know he's not a lamb, because he speaks like a dragon. And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, and he caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. So the second beast is facilitating the first beast. He is pointing to the first beast. Worship him and bow to him. And he has the same power of the first beast. And he doeth great wonders. He can do miracles, so that he make fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. That's amazing. I mean, that will be, if you don't know these things are coming, you would think this man is God, or this man, he's pointing to God, to someone, and that person must be God. You will fall for it. But it is deception, great deception. These men have power of devils. They will be able to do these things because of the power of the devil. People who didn't want to believe in God, or who don't want to believe in God, will believe this man. And it is so sad, because they will perish forever. And he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had the power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So he's telling these people who believe him to make this image to the beast. And I believe these people will be scientists, or people who can make robots, or it will be a great thing to see. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. So this image will be given sort of life. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as worship not the image of the beast should be killed. So this image they will make will cause people that do not bow or worship him, the image will have them killed, one way or the other. I don't know how, but... And he caused all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. We have that already. We have something already that fits this description. I don't have to tell you that, but we know we have it. They are trying to give us, I think, injections to, I don't know what they're planning, but we must be very careful. That is more than I wanted to say about that, but we have to be very careful what we let people do to our bodies. We are not our own, we are God's. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. That was chapter 13. Thank you very much for watching.